So I got some more passages, or study notes, should I say, not passages. They're based off of Hosea 14. I'll read them to you. The first one's based off of 14:1-2. The people could return to God by asking Him to forgive their sins. We have the same choice today. We can pray Hosea's prayer and know our sins are forgiven because Jesus died on the cross. The road to forgiveness begins when we discover the true destructiveness of sin and futility of life without God. Then we must admit we cannot save ourselves. Our only hope is in God's mercy. When we request forgiveness, we must recognize that we do not deserve it. Therefore, we cannot demand it. Our appeal must be for God's love and mercy. Although we cannot demand forgiveness, we can be confident that we have received it when we ask, because God is gracious and loving and wants to restore us Himself, just as He wanted to restore Israel. The next one is right below it, based off of 14:3-8. When your will is weak, when your thinking is confused, when your conscience is burdened with a load of guilt, remember that God cares for you continually. His loving compassion never fails. When friends and family desert us, and when coworkers don't understand, and when we are tired of doing good, God's loving compassion never fails. When we can't see a way out or seem to hear God's voice, when we lack the courage to go on, God's loving compassion never fails. When our shortcomings and awareness of our sins weigh us down, God's loving compassion never fails. And then the next one is right below it, based off of 14:4. God not only forgives our lack of faith, but also heals us as we grow in relationship with Him. When we accept Jesus as the Lord of our lives, we are completely forgiven in dealing with our struggles day by day. We need to confess our sins to stay close to Him. As we mature, our faith increases. God provides healing, refreshment, protection, and productive growth. Let us continually pray for His healing touch. So those are really good because recently I was struggling with faith, right? And worrying about how much faith I have, or if it matters, and if I need a certain amount of faith, or my will was weak to do things, and I was just worried because I didn't think I think God would be mad at me, right? He would be angry with me because I wasn't perfect, but then I saw these verses and it reminded me that I'm not going to be perfect, but rather I'm going to be only enough because of what Christ did. So His loving and compassion was so strong that He restores us through Christ, and that He'll forgive our lack of faith when we confess to Him and accept Him as Lord, and then allow Him to work in us. And here it says when your will is weak and all that, His loving compassion will never fail. So we can always come to Him with these things, and He'll help us strengthen it, even if it takes time. And I struggle with this myself, so don't think I don't. But undoing what sin did to us takes a lifetime, and that's going to be a process which you have to go through. So maybe I may not understand what I just said yet, but hopefully you did, and hopefully it helps you, because one day I'll understand what I just said, but not to be hypocritical or nothing, of course. But yeah, if we ask and return to God, we can be saved. It's amazing. I think I missed one on 14:1-2. The study note, I think it says the people could return to God by asking Him to forgive their sins. We have the same choice today. We can pray Hosea's prayer and know that our sins are forgiven because Jesus died on the cross. John 3:16. That's the little subsection that I think I left out on accident. But yeah, it's just really nice to see those things, and I hope that this kind of comforted you or encouraged you or to follow Christ if you're not, or if you are following Christ, that you could reconcile with Him, get better with Him and grow with Him, and hopefully it's a sign from God to you. Who knows? Anyway, I'll let you go now, and I hope you have a good day. God bless you.